so happy that we are here together. I need to make sure that I am in all the right places. Am I? Hey, Renee. Hey, Sheena. You guys, I cannot believe it's Monday. I have been so excited about this. I've been working on this challenge, this training all weekend because I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, who's excited? Tell me in the that sounded really valley. Who's excited? But tell me, who's excited? For those of you who don't know, my hair is a hot mess. My name is Rachel Perry, and I am a mindset and accountability coach for direct sellers and network marketers. And I am doing a 5-day challenge or 5-day free training this week, and we're calling it the Business Glow Up. It's amazing. It's amazing. We're going to be uncovering the 5 lies that you're being taught in the direct sales industry by the industry, by leaders, by people who are just have been taught the wrong way to do things. So I'm nervous because I am going to be rocking the boat a little bit, but here's the thing. It's so important for you guys to know this. It's so important. If you have not signed up for this training, my encouragement to you is to do so. The link is up here or down there, up there, I think. It's really important for you to sign up so that you're getting the daily emails. You guys, in the daily emails, we're going to be talking about what the lie is. There's going to be some fun information in there. You don't want to miss the emails. So make sure that you are getting those. Oh my gosh, so many of you are here. I'm so happy to see you guys. Oh, a lot of my Wealth and Worth builders are in here. Okay. So who got the email this morning? Who got the email this morning? Hopefully you guys all did, and you saw, and I put the lie up here in the description about what the lie is. Okay? But before we get to that, I just want to point out, I know what you want, right? You want bookings, you want sales, you want team members, but not just any team member. You want a team member who's going to work their business, right? But what you're doing right now doesn't seem to be working, or it's not working as well as you would like. Okay, maybe it's not producing the results that you want. Maybe you feel like you're hustling, and you just don't have a whole lot to show for it. Or maybe you look at the other leaders and the people that are climbing that ladder, and you just think, what am I doing? What are they doing that I'm not? Because I'm doing all the things. So let me tell you, the solution to this is to dismantle the lies that you're being taught, the old way of doing direct sales. You guys, what worked 30 years ago doesn't work today. What worked 10 years ago doesn't work today. Okay? But the thing is you don't know what they are. You don't know what the lies are. You don't know what to do instead. Now, if that little voice inside your head, and let me tell you, Inner Mean Girl this week is going to be loud. Okay? So we're going to shut her down. So if she's telling you things like, you know what, I just don't know if this training is going to work for me. I don't know where to start. I'm overwhelmed to begin with. I want to tell you that it's not a matter of whether you're ready for it or a matter of whether it's going to work for you. It's a matter of how committed you are to figuring it out. And if you're 100% committed, then I say we get started. Who's 100% committed? Who is 100% committed? Tell me. Who is ready to commit this week to really transforming your direct sales business? Let me know in the comments. You can write 100% committed. You can write thumbs up. You can write anything. I just want to hear you say and see you. Show me, like you're announcing to everyone. You are committing. You are saying, I am committed to this. I am 100% committed. I am ready. I'm going to do the work. And listen, this week, yay, lots of you. This week, excuse me, in the challenge group, in the direct sellers community, which is where we're going to continue the conversation about all the things that I'm training you on, which is why, by the way, it's really important for you to sign up for this challenge. I'm going to give you a little kind of a to-do each day. And if you, oh, Anika, if you do it every single day, by the end of the week, you're going to say, oh my gosh, okay, I've made some changes. Okay. And I'm going to be coaching you along the way. So I love that you guys are all super committed. That's what you need. You've said it, you've put it out there. Okay, so let's talk about the lie today. I've got to get a drink, sorry. Okay. This is something I was taught. This is something that a lot of you have been taught, and it's not true. And the lie is that everyone and anyone is your ideal customer. Now, if you have been following me for a while, if you have done any of my free trainings, if you have listened to my podcast, Making the Leap, then you've heard me talk about this before. But the thing is it hasn't hit home for a lot of you, and a lot of you don't even know this. Everyone and anyone is not your ideal customer. And we're taught as direct sellers, you're taught you've got to get your product in front of everyone, because everyone needs to hear about this. Everyone needs to try your product. But that's not true. Okay. The number one rule in marketing is to know who you're talking to. Anyone and everyone is not your ideal customer. I'm sorry, but they're not. Could everyone potentially love your product? Yeah. But if you're talking to everyone, your message is not going to be received by anyone. They're just not. Okay. You have got to figure out who your ideal customer is. Now, I remember thinking that when I was in direct sales, when I was growing my business, I was like, I sold jewelry. And I thought, well, everyone can benefit from this, even the men, because they can buy gifts for their wives or their girlfriends or their daughters. So everyone is definitely my ideal customer. But the thing is, the language that I speak to women is going to be different than what I speak to men, because we are just different people. And I've said this before, and if you followed me, you know what I'm talking about. When we talk to a 25-year-old single woman, that's going to be a different language than when I speak to a 45-year-old woman who has 3 kids. It's just going to be different. So you have to know who your ideal customer is. Now, if you're thinking, I don't know who my ideal customer is, I don't know who she is or he is, I don't know. Okay, here's where I want you to start. Your ideal customer is often you a few months ago, like when you discovered your product. Okay, so think about it, not all the time. So I don't want you to get stuck in that. But for example, for me, my ideal customer, now I'm not in direct sales anymore. Now I'm teaching direct sellers and I'm coaching direct sellers. So my ideal customer is a direct seller, a female direct seller, okay, who is probably between the ages of 30-ish, like mid to late 30s to 65, let's say. Now, does that mean I don't have people who are younger? No, that's not it at all. Because that's the thing. Think of it like a bell curve. Okay, and the average people, my ideal customer, most of them fall under that. Are there going to be people on either side? Yeah, there are going to be people older and there are going to be people younger, but I'm speaking to that group of people. Okay, they are going to have the language that I speak to them is going to resonate so much more with them than it does someone who's not a part of that. Okay. And the reason you need to know who your ideal customer is because you need to speak to them, because when you speak their language, they're going to go, wait, what? Oh my gosh, you know me. You totally know who I am, and you know what I'm struggling with. And okay, that's what builds that know, like, and trust factor, is when you really know who your ideal customer is. Now, I have coached many direct sellers, and many direct sellers have said to me, well, yeah, but my product is also, I've had arguments, to be honest. I've had arguments with, what am I trying to do with my dress here? I don't know what's happening. My boobs are too big. I have heard quite a few direct sellers argue with me and say, but Rachel, everyone can benefit from my product. Everyone can benefit from my product. And I don't want to exclude a group of people because then I'm going to lose out on money. And the truth, you guys, with that, well, that's false, number one, because your message, the way you speak to people is not going to click with them. It's not going to click with them because you're not speaking to them. I want you to think about the Super Bowl commercials, or really any commercial, okay? Any commercial that you see or advert that you see if you're watching TV. And all of us, we stream a lot now, so a lot of us don't even see commercials anymore. But think about it. There are some commercials where you're like, what in the heck is that? Okay, like Liberty Mutual, what in the heck? I don't even understand those commercials. But surely there are people that resonate with that, right? Because it's still on TV. They're still paying money to get that in front of people. But another commercial like Diet Coke, if there's a commercial for Diet Coke, I'm totally listening to that because I am an avid Diet Coke drinker. I know it's terrible for you, but I love it. Okay. So this is what is so important, is to identify and understand who your person is, because you don't want them tuning out. If you can really talk to that small subset of people, your ideal customer, they are going to resonate so much with you. You are going to be building such an incredible fan base and a group of loyal customers, right? Because they are so like keyed in and get what you're saying to them. But if they're just like the Liberty Mutual commercials and they're like, I don't even know what you're talking about, like I'm out, right? Like I'm gonna go and get a drink while that commercial's on, because that is, you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the person where people are like, yeah, so bye. Like, you're not speaking my language, right? So that is why you need to figure out who your ideal customer is. Now, and by the way, if you have people that you know would benefit from this training, go ahead and share this with them, okay? Share it so that people can start, your downline, your upline, your sideline, your hairline, whomever you think would benefit from this training, please share, because y'all, this is massive. If we can at least change this way of doing business, it's going to make such a difference. You've got to identify who your ideal customer is. If you're a leader, you need to be training your team members to figure out who their ideal customer is. That should be the number one thing you talk to them about, because they've got to know. They've got to know who they're speaking to, because they are not going to feel successful when people are not buying from them, when people aren't interested in them, when people don't want to join their group, when they have their Facebook parties and no one's like showing up, there's no engagement. Okay, I totally did just say hairline. It's my new thing. Your upline, your downline, your sideline, and maybe your hairline. But anyway, so I really, this is the first step in transforming your business. This is the first step in getting that much deeper and that much clearer and in transforming your business, because you've got to know that first. So let's talk about who your ideal customer is. Let's talk about it. So your ideal customer is often someone who's like you. Okay, she's often someone who's like you or he. But think about, I want you to understand, like you need to know kind of how old is she? How old is she? All right. And not just how old is she, but where is she? What life stage is she in? Okay. All my Wealth and Worth Builders are like, I know my ideal customer, because we work on that in Wealth and Worth Builders, which is my membership for direct sellers. But I want you to understand, like, who is she, number one? How old is she? And what life stage is she in? Because here's the thing. I mean, you could be 22 and be a mom of 3 kids, and your life is different than a 22-year-old who's never been married and, you know, has no kids, right? Like it's different. All right. So you just have to start figuring out who that person is. So I want you to understand, I want you to know, well, like how old she is ish. It'll be a range. Okay. And remember, just because you have an ideal, you're describing your ideal customer, it doesn't mean that people on either side can't join in, right? Like you're still going to have you're going to have people that don't totally fit into that are still going to buy from you and are still going to host parties and are still going to join your team. But it's just important that as far as your language goes, to really identify these people. Okay. So Nadine says, that her ideal customer is busy moms and families. Nadine, I would even challenge you to narrow it down even more. And I might just make busy moms. And then why are they busy? Are they busy because they are working full time outside of the home? Are they busy moms because they're working inside the home, but they also have virtual school happening? Or are they busy moms? Like, be specific, okay? Like, get really, why are they? Is it because they're working full time and they're also trying to raise kids? Or are they just busy moms because their life is their kids? Okay, think about that. Then, so I want you to identify the age range that they're in, and then I want you to think about, like, what do they love to do? Okay, so Chalk Couture ladies, your ideal client, for example, your ideal customer, and I keep flipping back and forth between client and customer. I try to say customer all the time, but for some reason my brain just wants to say client, but you get the idea. But the Chalk Couture ladies, your ideal customer is obviously going to be someone who loves to craft. And chances are she's someone who loves to craft but might not feel really great or confident at it. Okay. So maybe like your ideal customer for the 31 ladies. Maybe your ideal customer is someone who, and they're all going to be different, you guys, with 30, like, just because I have a bunch of people in my Wealth and Worth Builders who are 31 consultants. I have Patricia, whose ideal customer is a granny. Okay, and they're retired and they have grandchildren. Their lives are very different. Okay, from Dina, who is a mom of 5 and they're like 12 and under, and she homeschools. Her ideal customer is going to be different. It's the same company, but she's speaking a different language. Does that make sense? So it's really, really, really good for you to know that. Then know what they love. Know what they love, but also know what they hate. Okay? Know what they hate. All right, what drives them crazy? What keeps them awake at night? What gives them anxiety? What do they struggle with? Now, when I say what keeps them awake at night, I want you to think about it in terms of what you can offer. So, and we're going to talk a little bit about this tomorrow, but I want you to think about what you can offer in terms of your business. Now, you sell a product, but you are more than your product. And we are going to go a lot into that tomorrow. You are more than your product. There's a service that you can offer. Okay. So and I'm not going to go into that now, but what I want you to think about is what do they struggle with at night? Like, what is something that frustrates them that you can help fix? Okay. And I just really want you to understand, what are the things that she struggles with? What does she love? What does she hate? I really just want you to know who she is. You need to understand who she is. Okay. And yeah, Patricia says knowing what they hate can be a real eye opener because you can speak that language. So for those of you who followed the tag team, you knew that, like, we would talk about margaritas all the time. We would talk about our kids. We would talk about things like that. And that was our ideal customer. Okay. We were speaking that language. People totally resonated with that. With me, I talk about my kids all the time. I talk about how I'm in my 40s. Okay. I talk about how I'm growing a business and I want to teach others to build a business. Those people are drawn to me because I speak their language. I speak to you about those. A lot of the people who follow me are like, I am so tired of the direct sales stigma. I don't want the direct sales stigma anymore. I want to be successful. I want to believe in myself. I want to love myself. Those are people who are my ideal customer. Okay. The thing that keeps them awake at night is thinking, am I going to be able to do this? Am I even cut out for this? I don't want anyone to judge me. I don't want to feel like I'm a failure. I want to be a success. All right. Those are people who are my ideal customer. I know my ideal customer inside and out. Okay? Because I know them so well, which is why it's so important for you to understand who your ideal customer is. So, your assignment today, and I want you to share this in our direct sellers community in the group. There's going to be a post that has you share it, like, underneath. You're going to introduce us to your ideal customer. And I want you to, and we're going to do a fill in the blank. okay? Because it's just easier. So my ideal customer is between the ages of blank and blank. She loves to blank, but hates blank. And then blank keeps her awake at night. This is just the beginning. This is just to get you thinking in the right direction. Now remember, everyone who participates is going to be thrown into a drawing that we're going to be doing at the end of the week. So make sure that you're participating in the group there, because it's really going to help you. And I love that you guys are introducing me to your ideal customers, and I'm going to go through them in just a second and challenge you on some of them and say, let's go deeper. Let's get even more specific. And you guys, listen, I'm a coach. So I'm going to coach you on things. I'm going to help you on things, okay? I don't want anyone to ever feel like I'm pointing out something that you're doing wrong. No. My passion and my desire is for you to really nail your business, because you know what? You can have a successful direct sales business. You can, no matter what the lies are out there, that it's hard, you don't make money, yada, yada, yada. It's not true. You can, okay? And I really, really, really want you to understand that and start to believe in yourself. And this is the first step. The first step is understanding who your person is. Who's your person? Okay? Your person, I'm going to tell you right now, your person, I don't want to see my person loves my product. No. You need to tell me, what else does she love away from your product? Let's get away from the products and let's just get to know them as a person. Okay? So make sure that you share in your introduce her to us in the group. And even if this is the replay, if you're watching the replay, that's okay. You can still come on and share it. This is going to be going all week. Something that I really want you guys to know before I go through these, I'm going to be doing a masterclass, like a culminating masterclass, like an end of the training masterclass on Sunday night. Check your emails for the link to register. It is a registration masterclass, so you do need to register for it. And you don't want to miss this, trust me. Okay, like you do not want to miss it. All right, let's go back over here and see tell me who some of your customers are. Janine says, what's a Scentsy ideal customer? It's not just wax anymore, cleaning, body, and pet line now. So Janine, I want you to think about, we're going beyond, because Janine, your ideal customer is going to be different from another Scentsy person's consultant's ideal customer, okay? I want you to think about what drew you to Scentsy. What did you like about it? Where were you in your life? Okay, what life stage are you in? What was it that you liked so much about it? Is it that your house was, you just needed something pretty to smell nice, and you want people to come into your house and you want them to feel welcoming because it smells so good? So maybe if that's the case, then your ideal customer would be someone who the scents, the way things smell means a lot to them. Okay, they like to create a welcoming feel in their home. Things like this. I just want you to go deep, you guys. Always go deeper. Ask more questions is what I say. Ask. Okay. Ruth, I'm so glad you said that. Everyone who eats is my ideal customer. And I would disagree with that. Okay. Because they're not your ideal customer. You cannot speak to everyone who eats, because that's everyone. Remember, that's the lie. Everyone is not your ideal customer. You've got to narrow it down. It's going to be so much easier for you as you build your business, as you talk to them. I am big on emails, okay? Email marketing for your list, okay? We talk about that in Wealth and Worth Builders, because you've got to learn how to do it the right way. But you have to be able to talk to them. You have to understand what it is that they struggle with. What do they like? Who is the person you're talking to? Everyone that has a mouth is absolutely not your ideal customer. Okay? We've got to really bring it in. I really am curious. What do you sell, Ruth? Oh, Pampered Chef. Okay. So Ruth, your ideal customer might be someone who is a foodie. Like maybe they really are a foodie, but they also like to cook. And they don't just like to cook. They love to experiment and try different things. And they love fun tools for the kitchen. Okay. Those are things that you're going through, like thinking, like really describe that person. She gets frustrated when she has to, she is not the person who's going to have the same meal every Monday, the same meal every Tuesday, the same meal every Thursday. Okay. Like that's me. Okay. So your ideal customer is going to be someone who likes to, I don't know. I'm just giving you examples. Maybe she's someone who likes to experiment, or maybe she's the opposite. Maybe she is someone who doesn't like to cook and is learning how to be a better cook and needs things that are shared with her. She loves fun tools because it makes the whole thing more exciting, but she is always trying to learn quick and easy ways to get the meals on the table. Do you see how I'm like really getting deep into these? I hope this is helpful for you. Okay, so Crystal, my person is a grandma over 50. She loves being active, loves tea, and loves her grandchildren. I love that, Crystal. You guys, by the way, when I hover over your name, your page, I should know what you are. I should be able to see that a lot of you don't have that information next to your name in your profile, and that's really, really important. Okay, so a lot of you don't, because I was going to hover over some of you and help. Okay, so Jean, it looks like maybe your jewelry, because you work at Bling with Jean. So yours is 30 to 60-year-old ladies who are established professional ladies. They love to look beautiful, stand out, and they hate cutesy jewelry. That's great. Okay, that's great. Let's take a couple more. Christine is with Pampered Chef. She says her ideal customer is 25 to 65. That's a big range. Who I might narrow it down a little bit more if I were you, but that's your choice, obviously. Who like to entertain and cook for friends and family. She stays awake at night because she feels she isn't a good enough friend. Oh my gosh, Christine, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, let's see another one. Let's take a couple more. Okay, Epicure. Here we go. Penny. Epicure, 35 to 45 years old. She likes eating home cooked, healthy, quick meals. Where'd you go? Shoot, I lost you. Ah, where'd you go, Penny? Darn it. I missed it. It disappeared. Penny, it looked really good. It looked really good. Darn it. Let's take a few more. Sarah, Essential Bodywear. My favorite bras ever. Mom's age 40 to 50. She wants to feel confident in her appearance. She loves time with her family. She hates wearing uncomfortable clothing, especially bras. Oh my gosh, right? Like she wants to take the bra off by the end of the night. But she wants to feel confident in her appearance. That's excellent. That's excellent. Okay, let's take another EBW. Oh, my girls. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Fern. Okay. Pure Romance. All right, Shireen, did I say your name right? My ideal customer is women, 27 to 55. She loves to feel good about herself and enjoy confidence in regards to intimacy and women's wellness, but hates that it takes so much work to be creative in the bedroom to keep things exciting. The stress of a lackluster relationship with herself or her partner keeps her awake at night. Boom! Shireen, I hope I'm saying your name right. Shireen. Oh my gosh, excellent. Excellent. So good. You guys, you're nailing these. So here's what I want you to do. Even though you've shared it here, I want you to go back into the direct sellers community, and I want you to find the post that says, I think it says lie number 1 or challenge number 1. And I want you to introduce us to your ideal client or your ideal customer right there, because that way you'll get like points for it. Oh, Janine, I love that scents connect me to memories. Oh, yes. I joined because of the pandemic and need to connect with others. Okay, Janine, the fall is a perfect time, right, to start talking about those scents, because think about what the scents do. Why do we love to smell things? It makes us feel like excited, happy, lighter. Like think about that, and then just think about, because Scentsy, like you said, is so much more than just like wax and wax warmers, right? Because there are so many things. But what I would do is I would think about the bigger picture. So it's probably someone who they're at home all day now, right? Maybe more so with the pandemic. And they want their house to smell nice, especially if they have kids home, right? I mean, kids stink and so do dogs. And when you're home all day, that's my life, okay? Not, I'm just saying that's my life. So you want things to look nice in your house. You want it, but you also want it to smell nice. And you want people enjoy the smells, make their house feel clean. Think about it in those ways. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is amazing. A lot of you are saying like, who is my ideal customer? I can't answer that for you. And I'm going to tell you that's something that I do as a coach. I'm not going to give you the answer, but I'm going to help you get to your own answer, right? Because my feeling, and this is why I became a coach, is that if I give you the answers, that's not really helping you. It might help you right now, but it's not helping you in the future. And I want to help you in the long term. I want to help guide you to coming up with the answer on your own. And I get it, because sometimes that's so frustrating. You're like, can't you just tell me? Like my coach, I'm like, can't you just give me the answer? But that's not how we grow. That's not how we learn. Okay. Okay, friends. So again, let me just remind you, today, I want you to go back into the direct sellers community, and I want you to answer the chat. I want you to introduce us to your ideal customer. I want you to make sure you look for that email tomorrow morning that's going to tell you about lie number 2. Oh, and I have to give you a secret word. Now listen, this week we are going to be doing a secret phrase. Okay. And you need to keep track of all the words, and then there's going to be a form to enter. You're going to be filling out a form at the end, and everyone who gets the right phrase is going to be entered to win the mega prize. The mega prize. Okay? That I'm going to tell you about tomorrow. All right? So you're going to have to come back. But it's really, really, really important for you to keep track. Okay, Annette, thank you for letting us know. If you didn't get the email, Annette, go ahead and email, and anyone else, go ahead and email Team Rachel at Rachel A. Perry. But what I want you guys to do is keep track of all these secret words. So get out a piece of paper, write it on your phone, wherever it's going to be. I'm going to give you the secret word, okay? So the secret word for today, are you ready? Is the. That's your secret word. Okay? The. 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 Okay, but I promise it's going to get better. That's the secret word for today. The, or the, however you want to say it, the. And tomorrow I'll be giving you the next secret word. So make sure you watch tomorrow, or you watch the replay. And if you're watching the replay, by the way, let me know. All right, you guys. Have I remembered everything? I hope so. Come and hang out in the direct sellers community. Let's talk. There's a lot of fun stuff going on there. And then tomorrow I'll be back for lie number 2. And then on Sunday, we are going to be having that masterclass to like tie everything together. So make sure that you register for that. That link was in your email. Okay, Crystal, how do you see my name, and what do I do on Facebook when I hover over it? So for you, Crystal, you would need to, and I think you have Live Forward Wellness, so you're good. But so for you guys in your profile, you need to make sure that it says what you do so that people know who you are. That's all. Okay, my friends, have an incredible rest of the day. Come and hang out in the group. I'm super excited. It's going to get better. It's going to get even better this week, y'all. It's going to get so good up in here. Okay. So I will see you back here tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. I'll see you in the group this afternoon. Love your faces. Wealth and Worth Builders, we have our Q&A today. No, is it a coaching call or is it a Q&A today? Either way, I'll see you in a few minutes. I think we have Q&A today. So, all right. Love you guys. See you soon.